Chetty Bobby. Welcome to Wrasslin with Big E and the PODCAST, tag champs of the whole world, slamming like a DDT. Got it like just like a figure four. Hulk Hogan, all they do is flex. Talking wrestling while they get the dough. Off the top like a superplex. Think they letting up? Hell no. Dusty Rose with the elbow. From the corner like a stinging splash straight to the face. I know you felt those. Hey, y'all crying out for help though. Rising up like the dead man. About to go upside your head like Stone Cold with the bedpan. Bottom line, if you want the facts, welcome to Wrasslin where you need to be. Chetty Bobby, this show improve like John Cena, you ain't seeing me. Bottom line, if you want the facts, welcome to Wrasslin where you need to be. Chetty Bobby, this show improve like John Cena, you ain't seeing me. Yeah.
Hey, welcome to Wrasslin with them Wrasslin boys. I'm the POT alongside my tag team partner Big E, and we're here to bring you another episode of premium wrestling content. What's going on, bro?
Hey, brother, how was your Thanksgiving, brother?
Hey, man, I didn't eat enough, and I'm gonna tell you what, that sounds crazy because most people pig out on Thanksgiving. I ate me a plate, and I didn't eat the whole plate, and then by the time I went to go get me some, something to take home, the food was already packed up. So when everybody, they tired of their turkey and dressing and all that, only had a half plate. So I didn't really get all my fix in. So, but other than that, my Thanksgiving was good, though. I had a real good day. So how was yours?
That's good. Yeah, man, we went to the family spot, and they had plenty of food, and we had food here, man. So I got about one more day left of turkey dinner. So
I know you tired of that, bro. After about 2 or 3
you know what I'm saying? Hey, it's so good. It's good though, bro. But hey, man, this episode 50.
Mike Singletary,
David Robinson. The
Abro. Hey, that's a good one. 2 Hall of Famers right there, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Hey, it's episode 50, man, and we're welcome to Wrasslin, man. We appreciate everybody tuning in, everybody liking, everybody commenting. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. And we're gonna talk a little bit of football before we get into the review of the Survivor Series. So let's go ahead and start off with college a little bit. It is Monday. We got a little late start. So Lane Kiffin is the head coach at LSU. I want to hear your take, and then I'll give you my take on it. Just about the whole situation.
I watched First Take, and everybody had their opinions, and you hear Butterfly Ears, Paul Feinbaum, and everybody had their take on it. And to be honest with you, before I kind of go into what I'm going to say, I think a lot of it is because of Lane Kiffin's track record. He don't, when you have a track record, you don't really get the benefit of the doubt. And I think a lot of people being harsh on this dude. Now, as far as him taking the job at LSU, I don't blame him, because when it comes to Ole Miss, LSU, the talent level, the job itself, I don't blame that man for taking that job. The timing of it is tough. Plus NCAA with their transfer portal and the way they had their calendar right now, just kind of tough, And I understand that he wanted to coach his team because they're going to be in playoffs.
Yeah.
The best season since 1962. I'm gonna repeat that. Ole Miss best season since 1962.
And you talking
now? I understand that
Eli. You talking Eli Manning years. You talking a lot of talent that came through Ole Miss, but they just never been that team. Yeah.
Right. So now, I understand where the AD coming from. I didn't like how they gave him an ultimatum, but I understand. And they wanted a commitment, and it's like either you're all in or you're all out. Now, I felt like he should let that man coach that team, especially since
Yeah,
they're gonna be in the playoff. However, I know that he'd be taking a chance because Kiffin gonna bring some people with him. He already did. He already got Charlie Weiss Jr. and the strength coach, and I'm sure other coaches
yeah,
coming with him. And we know some players gonna be coming. So I
yeah.
get why he didn't want him to stay, but at the same time, it's like
It's gonna happen
not that
anyway.
right. Not that I think they're gonna win national title, because even with Lane Kiffin coaching, I don't think they were gonna win the national title, because you never know. They in the hunt though. I just felt
Yeah,
like, hey man, I just felt like let them finish the job. But I understand. But I just
yeah,
think that Lane Kiffin getting I don't like the negativity that's coming with that though, because like a lot of people talking smack, and they're making it seem like he's a douchebag for what he's doing. But that's because of his track record.
yeah.
He don't have a
He's
good track
definitely
record.
he's definitely a heel. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely listen. I like Kiffin. I liked him way better at Ole Miss, but him either taking that Florida LSU job, either way, we're all in trouble. He's gonna walk away with a natty or two. Um, the things that he did at Ole Miss, it's not even gonna shine a light on what he's gonna do at LSU. I mean, the way it is, your coaches leave, you got 30 days to hit the portal. Playoffs will be over in 30 days. All them kids will be able to transfer. He's taking a group with him. From what I read, he pretty much told the coaching staff, if you're on that plane and coming with me, you better be on that plane. Let's go. Or not, you're here. And from what I read, that the AD offered him like double their salary, like crazy stuff. So he already took some guys with him. Of course, you knew that was going to happen anyway. I mean, it's different. It's all good when he does the things when he's coming to your school. When
Right.
he's not, when he's leaving your school, then you're pissed. The man stayed at Ole Miss for 6 years. Okay,
6 years.
6 years. Longest he's been somewhere. Took you to heights you ain't never been in. You want to say be thankful for what you got. You understand and leaving, and then going to the same conference. I mean, they're gonna be playing each other. So it's definitely gonna be something else. I hate when people act like they don't know who they're dealing with. And you got to understand, the man is competitive. He wants to win a natty. He's gonna get it at LSU. He's gonna be a problem, man. He's already a problem. Now you're gonna way more talent comes in Louisiana. Way more talent comes through LSU. SEC's in trouble, dog. Like he's gonna win a natty or two. And it might be where he stays there and just stays there for life. And it ain't no telling what he's going to be capable of doing. The man is an offensive genius. He's the play caller. He's a player's coach. You know what I mean? So, like I say, the recruiting he did there, he's going to have more money and way more to offer being at LSU. So we're going to see. But they've already hired Pete Golden as the head coach at Ole Miss, former defensive coordinator for Alabama, been over there at Ole Miss, so he's going to take over. They say the players are excited about it, and they need to be. You got to do something to hype yourself up because you're in the playoffs. You're gonna be there. You know what I mean? You got another game to play, and hopefully more.
Right.
So they got to lock it in, and So, but other than that, whoop-de-freaking do, because Bama's going to the SEC championship, baby. Whoa. Hey, another Iron Bowl down to the wire. Another Iron Bowl down to the wire. You're gonna have your twos and fews that are gonna be blowouts or massacres or whatever you want to call it. It don't matter the record for either team. It's always more than like 90% of the time it's a nail biter. So
Right.
Man, roll tide for us pulling through. Offense is really gonna have to step it up this week. Defense has been there. Defense been playing good. Turnovers. Defense has been there. Offense has really got to buy in and really take it up a notch. So last 2 weeks has been successful with the run game. Not successful like we're used to, but better than it's been the first 10 weeks of the season. So I think Jam Miller's finally getting a little comfortable back there, starting to hit holes a little bit better. So, yeah, man, you know me. Even if we was playing, if we would have got the fighting in the Iron Bowl, and we had to play with all backups in the SEC championship, I'm still calling us to win. So it don't matter over here. It's gonna be a good one though. It's going to be a tough one. Not who I wanted to face. It's never fun playing a team twice.
Right.
That's never good. That does have me worried a little bit, but you just got to be faithful and believe, man. See it and then see what happens. And we're still going to get a shot at the playoffs if the committee treats it like it did with SMU last year. But I don't want it to be no question. I want us to win. I'm not saying we're going to lose. I'm saying we're going to win. Bama by 50. Let's do it.
Well, I'm going to say y'all going to lose. Let's drink to that. Definitely expect to be a great game. Also, the SEC was a nail biter this season. You got all them one-loss teams as far as in the conference play. Texas A&M it's right there in front of them all the way down to the wire. But of course, we knew Texas was going to be a problem for somebody, and boom, they got bit by Arch Manning and company. And then we got the SEC championship that you didn't want to face Georgia. But I'm talking about far as the masses of just as a fan, there's no better SEC championship game than Alabama versus Georgia, who's been the two best teams in the conference the past decade. Well, Alabama's been longer than a decade, but you know what I mean. Like, they've
been fighting it out for the last decade.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, like saying, I ain't gonna say I don't want to play them because I got faith that we can beat them again. Just saying it's rough playing a team twice and beating them 2 times, especially when they're a top tier just like you are. You know what I mean?
You also got to think like, okay, y'all own Georgia, right?
Yeah.
But a dog, like the light shines on a dog ass
every now and again.
So it's like, I mean, and again, we don't know. That's why they play the games. But it's like, even the first year Georgia won national championship, it was a similar situation where they lost to y'all, and then they ended up playing y'all. And of course, things happen, injuries and stuff, which we know that's part of football.
That's football, man. That's football.
But the point is like you said, though, it's like it's hard to beat a good team twice. But when you own somebody, they eventually
fight back.
They, so and those games been close, especially as of late. They've been look at the past 2 years. They've been very similar where y'all jumped out on them. And then
if we play 4 quarters, they in trouble. If we play 4 quarters, they in trouble.
You have to credit their coaching staff, man. They make great adjustments, man.
They adjust like nobody's been there because that's one thing about them, and that's that Saban mentality that he's been up under for so long. So it's gonna be a good one. I will be there.
Hey, that's what's up.
And yeah, man, roll tide, man, roll tide. Yeah. So, but other than that, you got all your conference championships are set. Very, very. You had some, of course, everybody that doesn't make the playoffs and feel like the season is you got to look at Colorado, man, and the fall off was major, and that ought to show you how important Shador and Travis Hunter really were at their school and for that team, and man, Vanderbilt put it on Tennessee, boy.
See that's one of them schools that may get in, may not get in, but they have a strong argument.
Yeah. So Texas is arguing they should be in there. It's just this playoff thing is crazy anyway. Yeah. And you're never going to be 100% get it right because that 13th team is always going to be mad. 13, 14.
Even if they go to 16 teams to 17
and 18 is going to be pissed.
Yeah.
And you get it wrong. And they had 5 losses, but they lost, all our losses were the teams in the top 500. You know what I mean?
Well, and Texas has a strong argument. One, they are in the SEC. Okay, that's one thing. They lost Ohio State. But y'all lost to Florida. That's the loss that's gonna, and not to say, Florida, they didn't have a good season, but they was a problem.
Yeah,
they was a problem.
And they lost to Georgia. Yeah, they lost to Georgia. So it's
but they have an argument. I just don't see that.
You knocked off the team that couldn't nobody else knock off.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. It's like I say, nobody's ever going to be extreme. Everybody's not going to be satisfied, and one of those teams is going to get left out. So is Pavia? Is he getting the Heisman invitation?
I think he should.
The Vandy quarterback.
I think he should. But he's very cocky though. Which a lot of them are. I don't know, man. I don't know because I think the Indiana.
You remind me of Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, that's why I don't like him and like him at the same time.
Yeah.
It's like a gift. It's like a two. It's like That's why I said I don't know, man. I don't know. I want to ask you something though. SEC now since they have 16 teams now. Do you like that they went away from the East and the West?
I do because you just getting the 2 best teams. You're getting the 2 best teams.
It's like everybody ain't play everybody though, right?
With the East and West, but it never did before. But you have the East that falls off, and you have the West that'll be soft for a couple years, and the East will fall off. You know what I'm saying? The conferences won't be as good. You got one conference that's, got 2 losses apiece, and these one is undefeated over here, and one got 1 loss, and then they got to play each other. You know what I'm saying? Right now, you just get the best of the best. If you're an SEC fan, you miss it because it's saying you don't want to play. If you're Alabama and you beat LSU, and then both of y'all got 1 losses, you know what I'm saying? Then you got to play them again in the SEC championship. When before, if you beat them, you ain't got to touch them again. Because y'all was in the same division.
Well, think about it. Look at Texas A&M. Of course, they was undefeated all the way until they lost to Texas, but they didn't play Alabama.
No,
they didn't have to play Georgia. They didn't play Ole Miss.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if they was in the West, like how it used to be, they would have had to play Alabama and Ole Miss.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I get
but
it.
If they was in the East, they would have had the same schedule they got right now. It would have been there. And then you would have just had Bama or whoever over here. You know what I'm saying? So to me, if you're a football fan, you're getting the best game at the end of the day. So that's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? You got more of a luck getting the best game than you do when you got an off East team or off West team that's only had to play such and such, such and such. The whole conference their whole division went down, and then it's a blowout. Now you just got the two best powerhouses there. And you see what you're getting this year. There's no more division, and you getting Alabama and Georgia. Which that's probably what you would have got if it was a division. Because Bama's in the West and Georgia's in the East, you know. So it's hit or miss. It's 50-50.
I did think that, especially with the past at least 10 years, the West was stronger than the East.
Yeah. That's why I used the example.
So I think, and not to say that the East was weak, but Georgia kind of got off light by not having to play LSU and Alabama and those guys every year. They had Tennessee and Florida and all that. Tennessee, Florida kind of been they're not like they used to be.
Right. It ain't like the former days. Yeah.
Or the Spurrier or the what's my man who was at Ohio State?
Oh man. Oh boy, to be with on that Mark Ingram podcast. I'm not a fan, so
what I'm talking about. I can't think of it.
I can't believe we don't know his name. But he quit. He quit when
that Jacksonville Jaguars and
he quit when Tebow left because he wanted Urban Meyer. He quit. Yeah. He quit when Tebow left to spend more time with his family and inside what. That's what I'm saying. Like, what the hell are you so mad about these coaching changes, man? It happens all the time.
All the time.
The main thing is, if you don't want that shit to happen, then don't fire them during the season. Let them finish out the season. Right. If you don't want all this crazy stuff to happen.
It was his track record. That's why they made such a big deal about it, because he
the track record ain't good. Right. Yeah. If you get caught stealing 5 times and something come up missing, everybody's looking at you. Fact. Whether you did it or not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Fact. So, but let's move on to a little NFL, man. Falcons.
They always find a way to lose a game, don't they?
Right.
Matter of fact, I was just talking to Jay Evans. Shout out Jay Evans. I was just talking to Jay Evans a couple hours ago, and he said, "You know what, P.O.?" He said, "I got to a point where I don't even get emotionally invested no more. I just always think of ways of how we're gonna lose the game." And I said, "You know what? You're right."
Yeah.
Because if the game's close, we find a way to lose.
Yeah, and it's always going through your mind, man, it's about to come down. We're going to miss the field goal again, or we're going to do this, or we're going to do that.
Or go 3 and out when we shouldn't, or
right. And we
give up a long return.
And our starting quarterback's, done for the season. So it's almost like it is what it is. Like if you win, it's like, oh, great. But it's like we right there, And then, like you say, we just find a way to lose, So.
And, Cousins really played a solid game past 2 weeks. Matter of fact, even this game, that last drive when they went 3 and out, they dropped 2 passes. Mooney and that Steele guy dropped a pass. Both of them dropped passes. And they went 3 and out. So that wasn't Cousins' fault.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever, man. Whatever.
Yeah, I tell you what, the game of the day seemed like it might have been Denver and Washington last night. That was a good game. You know what I'm saying? It came down to the wire, but went into overtime, and You know, just the decision at the end to go for 2 to win the game instead of tie it up. You know, you 2-8, 3-8.
Yeah,
you ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing to lose.
Right.
You know,
I ain't mad at him for that.
Yeah, but you know, Mariota played good, man. He played tough. That one when he went to get that first down and had to take off running and cut here and then cut out to the side, got out of bounds. They had no timeouts left. Like he playing tough, man. Still be in the league, and it ain't like he a young.
What about that Odell Beckham Jr. catch that dude made?
Oh yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, yeah, that was crazy. But hey man, you might not. I'm not no Cowboys fan. I was a Cowboys fan when Deion was there. That's it. But them jokers done knocked off both teams that was in the Super Bowl last year back to back. Like they playing some good ball right now.
Yeah, they kind of scary, and I you never hear that come out of my mouth. I'm right. Ashamed to even say it, but
right. Yeah. So how about them Cowboys?
you know what? I am gonna say this though, real quick, and I'm gonna move on from the Cowboys. Mm-hmm. You know, I hear Cowboy fans all the time. They shit on Dak Prescott. Not so much this year, but even over the years, they always shit on Dak Prescott, and it's like, dude, been pretty solid this whole damn career. Now, granted, it just he had bad moments though, like big games. See, you know, when you don't play well in big games, that stick with you. Right. I hear Cowboy fans all the time, but it's like there's a lot of teams that wish they had a Dak Prescott. You know, go ask Washington. Now I know they had Jaden Daniels right now. Man. You know, who's hurt and he just second year in the league, so we still don't know if he's gonna end up being a stud. But he had a great rookie year. But there are teams that haven't had a quarterback forever.
Years. Yeah.
For years. You know, hell, look what the Falcons went through. Hell, we're still going through it because, you know, they talk shit about Matt Ryan, but he's pretty solid till probably the last 3 or 4 years was kind of suspect. But it's like then after that,
stat-wise, he's going to go down as the greatest quarterback in Falcon history.
Oh, bar none. But we're not going to start that argument. We're not even going to start that argument. We're not even going there. We're not even going there. But you're right, though. But that's what I'm saying. It's like when you don't have a quarterback, it doesn't matter who the hell you got out there in the skill position. If you like Desmond Ritter, boy, like we even now.
You still got to get somebody to give him the ball.
Yeah, it's rough. So that's why when I hear people, Cowboy fans, were shitting on Dak Prescott all them years. We'll never win a Super Bowl. Y'all not gonna win a Super Bowl any damn way, but. Right. Still, okay, like when they lost to Green Bay a couple years ago in the playoffs. I mean, did the defense gave up 40-something points? It was something ridiculous. Okay, yeah, Dak threw 1 pick six. Yeah, he didn't play great that game. But the defense sure as hell was Swiss cheese that whole game.
Right. And he don't play deep.
Yeah, there's 2 sides of the ball.
Right.
You know. See, that's why, but that's nature of the beast of quarterback. They get too much praise when they win. Too much blame when they lose.
That's right about that. Though. Yeah. So, but hey man, before we get talking to wrestling, man, there's something. It's tomorrow's Tuesday, right? So I'm thinking at midnight or whatever. That Diddy documentary that 50 put together is coming out.
Did he do it? Did he do it? Ain't that what it's called? Did he do it?
It's called like I can't remember what it's called. It's something crazy. Day of the Reckoning or something like that. But man, they showed a couple of clips, dog.
Yeah.
Like he was out there dapping folks up and stuff and get back in the car. Like he was like, I need to go take a bath and I've been in the streets, you know, give me some hand sanitizer. Like he was like, you know, talking like the people was all dirty and just weird stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like going off on the lawyers. They got all kind of footage. Yeah, it's crazy. So that man 50, man, what a genius. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he killed it. The music, he did some acting job, didn't do bad. Your Richard Die Trying was good. A lot of the stuff, even Expendables was, I mean, you got to be a fan to watch that type of stuff, but he didn't do bad in that. And now he's making all this stuff. Man, come on, man. That man just
like all the Powers, all the Power series,
right,
and
BMF.
BMF, and
yeah,
he was good in Den of Thieves.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're right. And I'm not. I kind of 50. I don't know, man. With 50, I don't. He like to troll people and stuff. So that kind of like get on my nerves and stuff. But at the
Yeah.
same time, you can't deny his talent and what he has been to the music game and the entertainment industry and his
Right.
business sense. Because even like when he made the vitamin water deal and all of that, the man is a genius when it comes to his finances and
Right.
the man definitely, you have to give that man credit, like him or not. He's definitely a power player in the game.
Right. And it's all over the place. So shout out to 50. Yep. I know he's watching. He's a subscriber.
Hey, shout out.
What up, 50? My boy 50. What up, Curtis?
G unit.
Coming out your stereo. I was a little low because I hit the draw. But anyway, man, let's get to where it's really what we're here for, man. Let's talk a little bit of wrestling, man. Let's talk Survivor Series.
Absolutely.
San Diego, open stadium. I heard a lot of people complaining about the noise, like it wasn't loud enough. But you are in an open stadium. A lot of wrestlers, like we talked about it earlier, a lot of wrestlers and stuff, they all say that the noise just goes, straight up in the air. So I watched some stuff from some people that were there that were commenting on it and said it was loud, but it wasn't the loudest they've ever been to and stuff like that. So I don't know how to really take, all that. Looked like the crowd wasn't dead to me. They were into it. They did say the seating was messed up. They said a lot of seats on the floor were covered and people couldn't see. And they went and complained, and the people, like it was so many people complaining that they quit taking complaints. The people in the arena, people trying to get seated somewhere else, but it was like, covered up and stuff.
Damn.
So, I tell you what, though, to pay all that money to go sit on the floor at Survivor Series, and then you can't see, oh, bro. You talking about
and also like I know that was at what is that, Petco Park or whatever, where the Padres play at.
Right.
Those baseball stadiums are made different than the football stadiums.
Right.
So I don't know. The visual looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
As always.
Yeah.
Then especially how the entrance, how it wasn't just straight to the ring, it kind of, what I mean? It had like you go around the corner and, I thought that was pretty cool, but I wasn't aware that a lot of people complained about their seating. And like you said, they paid a lot of money.
Yeah.
So yeah.
They want the floor. So,
major.
yeah, they say that like some of them were covered up with, like the tarps were covered to where if they couldn't see the screen and stuff like that. Like they said they were pissed.
Damn.
So, but yeah, man, let's Survivor Series, man. Let's talk about the first match. It was the Women's War Games. You had Team Becky Lynch, Team AJ Lee. You had Becky Lynch, Nia Jax, Lash Legend, and the Kabuki Warriors against Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, and AJ Lee. So star-studded for the women, except for Last Legend, who you've seen in NXT, who I want to say she really looked like she belonged there. They brought her in last, which makes perfect sense because it's her first one. It's not only her first War Games, it's her first PLE, as far as competing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, on the main roster. So, I thought, I thought she did a swell job. She looked good.
They made her look strong. They didn't dump her off.
Right. Shout out to her and Trick Williams for getting engaged on Thanksgiving too. So,
hey, good for them.
Whoop that trick. But yeah, they had footage of him proposing to her at Thanksgiving dinner. I don't know whose family they was with. Yeah, but yeah, she looked like she belonged. Io Sky knew she was gonna do something crazy.
Yeah, that's my girl right there, bro.
Swan Tom with the trash can that took all the heels out to where they could all surround Becky, and you let AJ Lee tap her out, and of course the heels, the faces win, which you knew they were gonna do. It was too much star power for the women,
right?
Especially, and you really got out of 10 competitors, you only really had 2 stories anyway. You got the Charlotte and Rhea thing, and then of course you got Becky and AJ Lee. And those are only real 2 stories that you got going on right now. They'll do something different on Raw and stuff like that and start building something here eventually, but it wasn't a match that was. Go ahead.
There's 3 stories.
Okay.
Not to be technical, but I'm gonna be technical because the Kabuki Warriors and Io. I mean, that's a big deal. Okay. They was, Yeah. But I get your point, though.
Yeah.
You're right. It wasn't. I got you. You're right, though. You're right.
It's not like it wasn't like a setting it up for this. So I thought it was a good match. I was very pleased in how they all looked. Shout out to Charlotte and Asuka for holding it down, for being in there down near the hole. Being in there the whole time and putting in the most work. And what 2 people wouldn't you go with in that scenario? So
right.
Yeah.
They have a lot of history as well.
Absolutely, yeah. So, but I thought call me a spot guy if you want to. That Swan Tom off the top of the cage was she killed that. You knew she was gonna do something crazy, you know what I'm saying?
She do something every War Games, bro.
Right. So
like hey. That's my girl right there, dog. Guy, yes.
Yeah, but yeah. So hey, John Cena's last PLE. Got a different opinion about this match. We'll just go ahead and say he dropped the title back to Dom. You talk about shenanigans, dog. First of all, let's talk about the match first of all, and then we'll get into the scenarios afterwards.
Right.
He made Rodriguez and Ortiz look like the baddest women walking the face of the earth.
Yeah, she did the pop rocks on them. Everything.
No, he took both of them. He took both of them. He made them look like they were the baddest women in the entire planet. If Mike Tyson had tits, it would be, probably might need to get that out. But yeah, man. And then so referee catches on, kicks them out. Then you got JD and Finn come out. Then he does, they get it for a minute, then he gets the double, the double AA with both of them, gets them gone, and then Liv comes out. So Liv Morgan makes her turn, but loved the way she did. Came out, slapped the hell out of Dom, and then jumped in John Cena's arms with the big smile, and then gave the John Cena face turn face. John Cena, hey, trademark that here. Hey, trademark this John Cena face turn face.
John Cena face turn face.
John Cena heel turn face. My
heel
bad.
Turn face. But
John Cena heel. She made the John Cena heel turn face.
Hers looked like a scary movie though.
Yeah, because she throw it off anyway.
Yeah, like it was like her eyes.
Bruh,
yeah. I mean,
she got Alexa Bliss throw it off, but she throw it off.
Yeah. Which I kind of everything kind of came full circle though. It's like Cena paying for his sins.
Yeah.
It was the same, like you said, it was the same way he did Cody, right?
Right.
Like you said, she smiled, she hugged him, had that face where he couldn't see. We saw it on camera.
Right.
And then she kicked him
Same
in the ball.
He did to Cody in the sacks. Yeah. So Dom gets the frog splash, gets the win, double champ again. Seemed like the crowd went crazy when he won. They was split down the middle anyway. And
they love Dom.
And who doesn't?
Right.
I'm a fan. Yeah. So, but what more could you ask for with all that? With John Cena's last match on the PLE before his last one at Survivor Series. So, yeah. So you're gonna have Gunther and Jay Uso. Are we already assuming that's who's gonna be the finals? You got Jay Uso, LA Knight, and Gunther and Solo.
Well,
Final four.
I already know you wrong on half of that already.
So LA Knight won. Well, yeah, that's what we said earlier. Like, remember when we talked that was going to be his little reward for not being in anything else going on.
Well, when you watch that match, because obviously Raw's tonight, and good thing it's on Netflix because we can watch it when the hell we want to watch it. I already watched some of it. I seen that match, but when you watch that match, the whole Jey Uso thing's been kind of weird lately.
Yeah,
and it's gonna add to what's been going on lately.
okay.
Yeah.
We'll be checking that out here shortly anyway. But yeah, man. So it's gonna be LA Knight and then Gunther. So let me ask you this. Do you believe that Sheamus was supposed to be his last opponent? And maybe drop the IC title to Sheamus because Sheamus never had the championship?
That's possible.
They got a lot of history. And they
will. When you said that, plus Sheamus never won the IC title, so that would make sense. But I'm gonna stick to the prediction I had anyway.
Yeah.
I always thought it was gonna be Gunther.
Okay.
But when you said that, it kind of makes sense though, because he
wasn't supposed to have this match. He wasn't supposed to drop the title back to Dom. They weren't even supposed to have the match impromptu. So Sheamus got hurt.
Well, I know Sheamus got hurt, but do we know they weren't supposed to have this match? I mean, is that confirmed or?
I mean, he wasn't hurt. I mean, we don't know. It just wasn't on the list. Survivor Series was not on the itinerary.
Right. Well, which that's possible. That's possible.
Yeah. So,
but I just felt like it was always going to be Gunther. Plus, like, you remember I told you the whole Brock Lesnar thing. Even though we don't know if that's going to be a thing, but I'm still trying to make some sense to this Brock Lesnar squashing John Cena.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
But hell, we don't even know if. I mean, again, I only watched part of Raw. I'm assuming Gunther gonna beat Solo, but I don't know. We don't know. I mean, because you remember, Solo had history too. You remember Solo beat Cena, and Cena went away for a while.
Yeah, and then remember Cena came back at WrestleMania to jump on Solo in that big melee through the main event.
Yeah, so I mean, who knows, man? Who
I
knows?
could, yeah, that's crazy.
But when you said the Sheamus thing, though, that would make sense, though. I mean,
Yeah,
I could see that, like, being, especially with the IC title. Sheamus never won the IC title. He clearly been chasing it.
right.
So that would have made sense. That would have made sense.
Yeah. Well, we shall see one of these days.
Very
We'll
soon,
talk
right?
about it. I can't wait to like with Cena's gonna be doing movies, so it ain't like he's gonna have a wrestling podcast or anything.
Right.
But I just really look for when them guys retire, they get a little mouthy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
And get to talking about different stuff. We had something that we didn't even talk about, and instead we'll talk about it at the end of after we talk about War Games. The Hitman. So we'll say that. We'll say that for the end. So, but let's go to Stephanie Valkyrie and Nikki Bella. Shortest match of the night. Wasn't a bad match. It definitely wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be, and I didn't think it was gonna be
Right.
bad. But as far as the match, it was okay. It was good for the women's title to be on the line. I'm 99% sure they about to move on from Nikki. There's plenty of more talent to be put in the title picture. You got WrestleMania coming up. So she had a little couple shots and can start a feud with somebody else or do something, but be in the Women's World Rumble, whatever. But wasn't a bad match at all. It was, I ain't gonna say it was go to the bathroom match, but it was, it was all right. Made Stephanie look tough.
Nikki Bella is a beautiful woman, though. Golly, bro. I mean, a lot of them are,
Right.
but gee whiz, man, talking about she's still stunning. Like,
Yeah. She's no Jada Parker, but she's beautiful.
Well, Jada's my baby, so don't that's oh my God. Oh,
I
why
forgot
you
you
had to
had.
bring her up?
I forgot you
Why
had
you had to
deal.
bring why you had to bring her up? Oh, that's my girl. Miss Parker. Well, anyway,
Hey, Miss Parker.
but as far as Nikki, though, far as the match, I'm with you. The match turned out better than I thought it was gonna be. And I really analyzed it. I really was paying a lot of attention to her move set, her demeanor in the match, how the match went when Stephanie was selling. Nikki can still go. And I was kind of impressed with her. She did better than I thought. I thought it was gonna see a lot of ring rust.
Right.
They had a decent match. They really did. But of course, to your point, the women's division right now has a lot of star power.
Mm.
And we know that, like you said, that was just somebody to feed Stephanie, just an opponent for her title reign.
Mm.
We knew going to the match, Nikki wasn't gonna win the championship.
Right.
Right? We knew
Right.
that, but they did make her look bad.
And she did too.
Yeah. But when she did the devil's kiss on her on the damn announcer's table, though, golly,
Yeah.
and then Wade Barrett was like, Michael Cole, you got the best seat in the house. He wasn't lying, bro. Golly, bro.
Let's go to War Games, man. The men's War Games. So let's talk this real quick. No shark cages.
Right.
No shark cages. I want to say maybe just a little bit too much star power and let everybody get their entrances in. Plus, you only have 4 matches.
Right.
Which I think was a great idea, by the way. I think 5 would have kind of flattened it out a little bit.
Okay.
Plus, you got 20 superstars in just 2 matches.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you got enough firepower on the card to do 4 matches. The firepower, the star power in this match, the number of future Hall of Famers and one current Hall of Famer walking 5 of them to the freaking ring. You know what I'm saying? Crazy to me. So that's what I'm thinking they did. They come down, turn that corner. That was cool. Of course, you had the Vision, the Bronze, Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre, and Brock Lesnar. Drew McIntyre and Brock Lesnar. Could you imagine them as a tag team? First off, that wouldn't even be fair. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like that. It's wild, crazy. Damn, I was gonna say something else, and I forgot. But anyway, so then you got, of course, you got CM Punk, Cody, the Usos, and Roman.
Right.
Oh, I know what I wanted to say. Do you know how much fun you could have had having them in them cages? You got Roman and Cody. The interactions they could have had in there. Brock Lesnar, Logan Paul just went at it last year. Like you could have really got some good stuff out of them being in them cages like that. But right. I get it. I get it. But anyway, match was amazing. It was a scary point in the match to me when they did that Doomsday device.
Yeah.
You know, the way
landed.
The way he landed.
Man.
Yeah, that was scary, dog. That was scary.
I thought he was done for, bro.
Let me just tell you this. The way Roman came in, the way Logan Paul handled himself, the way Drew came in, the Usos came in, Cody, the way Brock came in. I want to say for main roster wise, War Games, this is the best one yet. You know, and we're not talking about the stuff they did at NXT because a lot of that stuff was crazy and blow this out the water. We're not talking about WCW and NWA where it was formed. But this is the best one on the main roster so far. Even without them being in the old school cages, all that stuff. But
now, real quick. I agree with you.
Okay.
But I thought that one with the bloodline with Sammy and KO and that was a good one too, though.
That was a good one. I'm gonna take this one. But
the way they told that story with how Sammy and the thing with KO and the Roman, that was a good one too, though.
Yeah.
But the star power alone in this one is I don't think you can get any better than this far to star power.
You got the Usos, Roman Reigns, Cody, Brock Lesnar, and Punk, all going Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
all going Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
you don't even know what kind of future Braun Breaker has, Bronson Reed has. You know, you don't know what kind of future they're going to have. You don't know what Logan Paul's going to turn to be.
Absolutely.
I had a prediction, and so we'll get into. Everybody got their stuff in. Everybody looked great. I loved how Brock came in and did about 9 different suplexes. When he, the spear with Jey Uso about to get F5 and the spear through there, the Doomsday device, everything was great. And then here it comes. the mask man, the same mask thing they've been doing for the last couple years. Jumps in there, super kick the Punk, curb stop the Punk, and hops out. And then Braun Breaker does that 20-mile-an-hour spear
Right.
in his ball game.
Right.
And we know these matches don't hurt. They don't hurt if you lose.
Right.
You're definitely setting up a story with, let's finish this right here. Let's just finish the thought here. So the Team Vision, they go off, they're all up in arms together. You got Roman Reigns and CM Punk show a little respect. They fist bump.
Right.
But then you got Cody and Roman where we'll never team again.
Right.
I will tell you this, in a PLE, I want more than just a little talk. I want at least give me a scuffle to where they got to hold them back or somebody slap somebody or push somebody. Give me something like that. Don't give me, this is the last time we'll ever team again. Oh, I know. I can see that on Raw. This is a PLE. Give me a little physicality. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was looking for there. I thought, go on and hit him one time. Then let him break it up. Let it be a little melee. You know what I'm saying? And then everybody get to arguing it. Jey Uso pushing CM Punk. And you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, but anyway, that's the way.
I got you. I mean, I feel you. I wasn't mad at what they did though. I mean, because it's kind of subtle.
Yeah.
Because they and it was purposely like, I mean, obviously because the camera in there and we heard the audio because the people in the crowd couldn't hear what the hell he said.
Right.
You know what I mean? That was for TV purposes. But yeah, and he did look at Cody and told me, yeah, we'll never team again. And like you said, him and CM Punk showed respect.
Right.
But then the whole thing with Cody. So I mean, I get what you're saying though. You wanted to see some physicality.
Right.
I get that.
Yeah. So, but listen, all in all, wasn't displeased at all with the whole card. You get to see John Cena one more time on a PLE. He really only has one more match now. Like in 2 weeks, it's over. In 2 weeks, it's a wrap.
Right.
Yeah. So next week, when we come back, we'll talk about Saturday night's main event, and then the week after that, we'll be covering it because it'll be here. And more than likely, we'll be talking about the Ring General, Gunther, and John Cena. So this would be the segment where we would be wrapping it up and telling y'all how much we need y'all to subscribe to the channel, but how much we appreciate y'all. And then this is Welcome to Wrestling. But since we left out a segment before we got out, you want to say something else? Or you want to let me finish?
Go ahead and finish.
So you wanted to bring up Bret Hart and speak on Bret Hart. And I'm here for it. And so let's do it.
All right. First of all,
from Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
Anybody
the
who the Keith Dollars, the Max Clawfelters, and I'm talking about people who we know listen to this every week. We all know that you can't stand Bret Hart. Everybody knows that, right?
Right.
Now,
that's why this
be honest. I will be honest. Growing up, I was a huge fan of the Hart Foundation.
Mm.
I liked the whole pink and black, the gimmick, with Jimmy Hart's the manager, and then when he went solo, the excellence of execution, world champion. He was like the first. I know Backlund was a medium-sized guy, but normally they had big champions back then. Bruno,
wait,
superstar.
Open up a door for the HBKs and the
right.
Yeah.
And we know, like him or not, we know Bret Hart was a great wrestler. But of course, the screw job, which really, still hard for me to swallow that because his dad, his family, his dad was a promoter. So I just kind of find it hard to believe that, hey man, I'm sure if your dad made somebody champion, they say, hey, I'm about to leave the territory.
He probably would
Of
have
course,
choked
he
him
had to
out in the
drop his
locker
belt.
room.
Yeah,
He would have
that's
choked
what I'm
him out
saying.
in the
So
locker room. Still,
that's why I don't.
come here,
I don't have.
you're not going nowhere with my blood. When I put my arm around you like this, right?
Yes, he would be like Vern Gagne and made himself a champion, if anything.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
so I don't.
I'm the champion now.
I I just don't get. I still don't get. I mean, I know there's layers to it, and it was really more of a he didn't like HBK, and we heard the story a
Oh,
thousand
no.
times.
And
I
see,
get all
you
that.
try, you always do that. You always try to
Bro,
butter it up.
let me finish, bro.
You always
We
try to
got
butter. I kind of see where he was coming from.
no. I didn't. I'm not saying he was right. I'm just saying. I'm just spitting facts. This what's been told. This what's been said. We heard this
Right.
1,000 times. It's a reality.
Right.
But bottom line, he was wrong. Our opinion. He was
Right.
wrong. He was wrong.
Absolutely.
Now, let's get past that, right? Now, he's like a bitter old man. All he do is shit on the business. Just like WrestleMania 28. I know he can't stand Triple H. I get it. But it's like when Undertaker and Triple H had that end of an era Hell in a Cell match in WrestleMania 28, and HBK, the referee, they told a great story. They
Built it
told
up.
a great
Amazing.
story. And
Amazing
this man
build up.
shitted. He shitted on the match. Oh, it was just a bunch of chair shots. And like, dude is always hating on everything. He always has some. Now he's talking about HBK and Vince was lovers and all this crap. I'm sick
I
of his
seen it.
shit, man.
I seen a clip today where he was talking about how Vince was in love with the Ultimate Warrior. And I don't know what they were doing behind closed doors. And I guess that's why I only had the title 5 times. Like he should have had it more. But since he wasn't
Ultimate
sleeping with
Warrior
it.
was before Ultimate. I mean, I know they were saying era, but Ultimate Warrior was champion way before Bret Hart. He was still the damn tag team back then.
Right. What he was trying to say was, and he was saying that we all know Vince is a bisexual predator. And he was like, maybe that's why I only had the belt 5 times. Well, let me ask you this. If Shawn Michaels was sleeping with Vince, like you said, Shawn Michaels only got the belt 3 times.
Well, Hogan had
And
the
you
belt
got it
5 times or whatever. Dude, you had 5 title reigns. That's more than
Why are you
with the
so
Undertaker.
upset? They put you, you're in the Hall of Fame. You already a mark for yourself and think that all these, and see, this is the part where wrestling is predetermined. So if me and you were in a match, I'm not tougher than you, you're not tougher than me. The only way we know who's going to win is when the booker says, hey, Larry's going over tonight. Okay, well, let me get my shit in, Larry. Let me beat you up a little bit. You beat me up. Put me in your finisher. Let me kick out and then put me in again. And then 1, 2, 3. That sound good to you? Yeah, that sounds great. All right, let's go do it. Then you go out there and put your body on the line. You know what I'm saying? But this man really thinks like he's beat everybody. Like that was a great fight. Like no, it wasn't. It's a wrestling match. You're marked for himself, man. He's like God bless the dead, but he's like a Roddy Piper. Just mad that they're not involved in every bitty thing that's going on. I'll never forget Roddy Piper was so upset when Hogan and Stone Cold and The Rock went out there.
WrestleMania 30.
Right. At the Superdome. You know what I'm saying? At the Silver Dome.
Yeah.
But
I mean, and let's be real. Piper, he's gonna go down as one of the best, definitely one of the best talkers.
Yeah.
A great
But
heel,
he was so upset. And these are his words. Let me say his words, though.
Okay.
If you really wanted controversy, hit the bagpipe and let me go out there. What? You're great. You're a Hall of Famer, but you're no Hogan, you're no Stone Cold, and you're no Rock.
He don't hold a candle. Them three are probably the
No,
three
you're not
biggest.
even on that level.
Yeah, not even close.
No. And Bret Hart is just so upset that he's not everything. You know, he wanted to be in that match. That's what he probably mad about. Well, what about my end of the era? It's just like your wife. When you have a wife, everything that comes up, they got to put themselves in that situation and make it about them. That's what he does. He's a woman.
Yeah, I'm so sick of his shit, man. Like I'm
and I mean to tell you, one of the best wrestlers ever. One of the best ever. If you look at his work from the day Goldberg kicked him, from the day he started, the day Goldberg kicked him, he didn't do nothing but get better. All his moves are superior, clean. Nothing was faulty. Everything, he knew how to sell. He knew how to punch. There's nothing worse than a professional wrestler with a weak punch. That's the stupidest, dumbest thing. That should be wrestling 101. You know what I'm saying? This man had it all. And yeah, you got hurt. Yeah, whatever. Shit happens. You had a long career regardless. You had an actual Hall of Fame career. But you such a mark for yourself that you really just think like all these accolades, like, yeah, you earned them, but you did not really beat them people up. You know what I'm saying?
no.
Like
Plus, he found out grass wasn't greener when he went to WCW. They mishandled all of that.
Well, that was their fault.
Yeah,
that was so. You just let him sit on the shelf. You should have had him on TV that night.
Yeah, they ain't bringing
him had him on TV that night.
Starrcade '97. You know when Sting didn't tan. Him and Hogan, but
doesn't work for me, brother.
That guy there, man. I'm sick of his shit, man. He never says anything positive about anybody. It always got to be something. I'm just sick of his shit, man.
How can you shit on what made you who you are and gave you everything that your family has ever wanted? Where you live, how you make your living. Because remember this, he's getting paid to say all these things. He ain't doing all that shit for free. He's not doing all them interviews and stuff for free, man. He gets paid handsomely. You know, it's just like I say, as soon as we talked about it, I saw a clip right after that. I think Vince was sleeping with the Ultimate Warrior. This man's not even here to defend himself. You know what I mean? And why would you pick on somebody that changed their real name to Warrior?
Nah.
Dude, it was already thrown off anyway. You know?
Yeah, you hear them stories.
Man, all the bitterness and all the crying and crybaby crap and shitting on the business every chance they get, because it's not like the 80s where you, in the 90s, where you dominated and ruled. So now you're mad. It's just funny to me how you shit on the business that made you just to stay relevant. Because that's the only reason people, and that's it. Like, wrestling fans, we're crazy. People will line up and he don't have to say that shit. People want to see him regardless.
Right.
At the conventions and all that stuff. So you don't have to do all that. There's no call for all that.
He just negative about every damn thing, man.
He's just like Vince Russo. I hate the wrestling business. Bro, that's all you talk about. You hate it, but you want to be in it. I mean, this man has called Dark Side of the Ring and begged them to put him on. They didn't invite him.
So
yeah, he invited himself. He was the one that came up with the screw job.
What Cornette called him shit stain? Yeah, Cornette called him shit stain.
Hey, Jim Cornette say he got it in his will that if he, however old he is, if he outlives, I gotta see it again. But something about pissing on Vince Russo's grave.
Damn.
Like his wife has to take his piss over there or something crazy, or she gets nothing.
Damn.
She doesn't get my collection of Pro Wrestling Illustrated magazines. You know,
his Midnight Express action figures and shit.
right. A loaded racket. Oh my gosh, man! These guys are, Cornette will do the same thing to a certain extent, but he'll show love too.
Yeah. But yeah, he's negative about every.
Yeah, but
and let's be real. I guess it's human nature, right? Because they're just like, okay, let's just take rap music, right? Like I can't speak for you, but we're probably on the same page though. Like I don't like all this new shit. Some of it, yeah, but a lot of shit, I'm like, So I understand. Even when we were growing up, I remember my dad was like, "That ain't real music," you know what I mean? Because it was Earth, Wind, Fire or some shit, you know what I mean? But my dad started like a rap music when he kind of like when West Coast kind of like with Snoop and Dre and all them, like that's when he started liking Tupac. That's when he started liking rap music. All of a sudden he like rap now, you know what I mean? But at first
he was picking,
you know
he was picking sides.
Yeah. I guess that could he look like Mac 10, I guess. I don't know. But
yay.
But it's and that he used to say that shit all the time too. He's love Q said that. He started saying that shit. But so I get it. Also, even like look at basketball and football. It ain't like it used to be.
Everything's evolved.
Yeah, everything. But that's why I say even wrestling. I hear people talking about, it ain't the same. Of course not. But these guys now are way better athletes now than they were back then.
Yeah.
As far as athletic, like, back then you look like Dick Slater and Dick Murdoch.
Right.
Now it ain't too many Dick Murdoch, Dick Slater looking guys. Yeah, them guys probably tougher as far as, behind the scenes and all that. But like, now you can't get away with that. You know what I mean? Like that ain't, that just everything evolved.
Absolutely. Like you gotta, bro, look at their system. They got a farm league,
Right.
Like you say, but everything evolves, man. But you can't sit here around. You can have debates about the greatest, but if you're gonna be a sports fan, be a sports fan and adapt with it because it's not gonna change. They're not gonna go back.
It's gonna continue to evolve.
Right. They're not gonna. Yeah, they're not gonna go back to where you can, hit the quarterback 15 minutes after he throws the ball. Because they don't want a whole bunch of Jim McMahons walking around.
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, be serious, man. You talking about people's lives.
I mean, look at you being a defensive player right now. Hell, you can't even receiver. You gotta let them catch the ball these days.
Man, you gotta be able. You gotta think out there playing defense.
Yeah.
You gotta think. That somebody moves their head 1 inch. Now you got targeting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or think about and Patrick Mahomes did this crap a couple times where he's scrambling and then you pull up because you scared to hit him and he act like he's gonna go out of bounds
and then keep going.
Stay in bounds and get like 5 or 10 more yards. It's like that ain't fair.
Right.
Or then hit him, you gonna throw it back.
Yeah. Or then they act like they're gonna slide and keep going.
That's the bullshit.
Yeah, like it's not cool at all. Yep, it's Gunther. It's Gunther and LA Knight. So, hey, but yeah, excuse the end of the show rant, but they had to be said. I like what you say. I like Bret Hart back in the day, but as soon as that screw job stuff happened, I was done. It's hard to come back. You're a second generation wrestler. Your dad owned the whole territory.
Yeah, I can't. And
the thing about this is, dog, with the screw job to me is You want your contract was up that night. You wanted to come on Raw the day after you're not under contract.
Not hand the belt over.
Right. That's not how it works.
Like, oh, well, nobody beat me. So then the whole time he can be like, oh, well, I was never beat for that title.
Mm-hmm.
You going to the competitor.
So everybody's a paper champion after you.
Yeah.
Everybody's a paper champion.
You know,
so come on, man. You can't do that. You know better. That's the thing. You know better, dog. He knew better. He was brought up better than that. He was brought up in that business. That business paid his whole family.
And how you gonna dictate who you can lose to and all? Right. Like, nah, man.
No, they did what they had to do.
Yeah.
You know, and they're lucky it ain't in the 80s. They'd have broke his leg or something. You know? And that's what, to me, like, I don't understand, like, The Undertaker being all pissed off finna beat up Shawn Michaels if, you know, or whatever. You know, they were.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because now my understanding, Undertaker, he was kind of more pissed off that he didn't know.
He didn't know. Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't know. But like you said, back to that though, when HBK, his last match, you know, before he took the first retirement, with Stone Cold, WrestleMania 14, they said Undertaker got back there taping his fist stuff because he wanted to make sure he was gonna do the right thing.
Right. And you can say anything you want about HBK. He done laid down for the best too. Yeah. Him and Triple H done put everybody over. Yeah, and you mad about Triple H? Triple H didn't win the match.
I mean, they can say what they want to say about Triple H, but look at his WrestleMania record.
Man, bro, you put
he like LeBron James in the finals.
Bro, I don't give a damn what you say, man. Triple H done he put Batista over 3 pay-per-views in a row, including the WrestleMania. Including Mania. Fuck that. Forget that. And that's another thing. Like I told you, I was telling you about how I like Maven's podcast, about what he's been doing. He's starting to get into that mode too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm starting not to dig that. You know, these guys, I hate that your career didn't work out how it's supposed to. And now you're answering different questions, but now you're starting to shit on stuff. Don't shit on, man. Don't shit on the business. If you don't like something, let it be known. But don't shit on everybody that's doing the same thing you was doing. Trying to come up, trying to be world champion, trying to do everything you was doing. And you want to shit on it. It's okay to not like a match here and there, but you shit on everything.
Everything.
Yeah, so, yeah. Well, not here. Welcome to Wrasslin. We evolve and adapt. Hey, we'll be back next week with the preview of Saturday night's main event, John Cena's last match. We know who one of the 2 competitors is going to be. I mean, we know who both competitors are, so 50-50 chance of him being LA Knight Gunther. So it's going to be Gunther. You were right. So about time. You know, I've been carrying you for the podcast so long. I'm tired. Episode 50, you finally made a good prediction. And we're proud of you. We kind of feel like...
Folks, go back to the archives. Don't listen to that bullshit. But hey, you know.
We're finally glad you're pulling your weight. But serious, hey, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, man. It's Welcome to Wrasslin.
Welcome to Wrasslin.
Welcome to
Welcome to Wrasslin, Chetty Bobby. Welcome to Wrasslin with Big E and the PODCAST, tag champs of the whole world, slamming like a DDT. Got it like just like a figure 4. Hulk Hogan, all they do is flex. Talking wrestling while they get the dough. Off the top like a superplex. Think they letting up? Hell no. Dusty Rose with the elbow. From the corner like a stinging splash straight to the face. I know you felt those. Hey, y'all crying out for help though. Rising up like the dead man. About to go upside your head like Stone Cold with the bedpan. Bottom line, if you want the facts, welcome to ain't seeing me. Bottom line, if you want the facts, welcome to Wrasslin where you need to be. Chetty Bobby, this show improved like John Cena, you ain't seeing